Jaya Radha Madhava Kunj Bihari. 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 Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunj Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunj Bihari. Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana. Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana. Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunj Bihari. 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 Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana. Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana. Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana. Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunj Bihari. 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 Jaya Swatarvam Saparibrahya Acharya Sattva Siddhanta Saraswati Bhushan Saubhadri Jaya. अनंत कोटि वैष्णविंद की जय। नामाचार्य शील हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तविंद की जय। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गौ गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरिवर्धन की जय। वृंदावन धाम की जय। नवद्वीप धाम की जय। समवेत भक्तविंद की जय। All glories to the assembled Lord. All glories to the assembled
Bhayo Vyadhaya Klesha Daiva Bhutatma Hetava Ajata Shatro Abhavan Jantunam Ragni Karhichit Nadhayo Vyadhaya Klesha Daiva Bhutatma Hetava Ajata Shatro Chatra Bhavavan Jantunam Ragni Karhichit
What meaning?
No, never. Adhayaha, anxieties. Vyadhayaha, diseases. Kleshaha, trouble due to excessive heat and cold. Daiva Bhutatma, all due to the body, supernatural power, and other living beings. Hetavaha, due to the cause of. Ajata Shatro, unto one who has no enemy. Abhavan, happened. Jantunam, of the living beings. Ragni, unto the king. Karhichit, at any time. Translation: due to the king's having no enemy, the living beings were not at any time disturbed by mental agonies, diseases, or excessive heat or cold.
So, in the previous verse, it has been described that nature was favorable. The river, the hills, the mountains, forest, vegetable, creepers, these are our natural surroundings. Animals, everyone was complete. It is a cooperation. So many living entities, according to karma, we have got different bodies. Some has got the human form of body, some has got the body of an animal, some has got the body of a tree, creeper, sometimes hills, mountains also. Everyone, their business is cooperation. We can study from our own body. There are different parts of the body, but it is a business of cooperation. Hand, legs, eyes, ears, nose, they are all cooperating for the upkeep of the body. Similarly, all living entities may be in different types of bodies. They are meant for cooperating in the matter of serving the Supreme Lord. Central point. Just see the. So, if the government or the chief of the executive power, the king, is just to the point, dharmena, as it was said, abiding by the religious principles ruling over the country, everything, even natural elements, they become cooperative. They must become cooperative. What is nature? Nature is also another energy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So, the nature is also working under the direction of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Mayadhakshena prakriti shriyate sa characharam hetu nanena kaunteya jagadvi parivartate. So Maharaj Yudhishthir's time, the cooperation was so complete that everyone was free from anxiety, disease, calamities, natural disturbance. In this material nature or material world, we have got three kinds of sufferings. Tritabjantra. Sri Sanatana Goswami inquired, why these three kinds of miseries inflict pains upon me? Kiyami kano more jape tapotroy. Tapotroy. Tapo means painful condition. Tap. Just like if you touch fire, it creates a painful condition by burning the part. Similarly, this world is also a blazing fire, samsara davanala. The rascals, they do not know. They are always out of the three kinds of miserable condition. Everyone is in somewhere other under these conditions. These conditions means it is these klesha, painful conditions. They are created by three causes. What are those causes? Daiva bhutatma hetava. Daiva means created by the demigods. Daiva, devata. Just like this rain department, water department, is under the control of Indra. So, Indra can supply water just to your requirement, or sometimes he does not supply, or sometimes he supplies over requirement, otivrishti, anavrishti. Anavrishti means no rain, and otivrishti means excessive. So we don't want excessive or less. We want just proper. So this is under the control of the devata. You cannot say, you may be very great scientist, you cannot say that it is under my control. When there is no rainfall, you cannot say, all right, we are scientists, we are creating rain. You can theoretically say, now we are making progress in future. All these rascals say in future. And we also believe that in future these rascals will give us all happiness. Not now. Now you die. Just like a clever lawyer, his client was condemned to death, to be hanged. I have seen it in Allahabad High Court. And still he is patting him, don't worry, I shall get you released by appeal. Now you can go to be hanged, and I shall get you released. Like that. I have seen it. One big European barrister, in those days European barristers were very valuable, Mr. Alston. I had also one case in the High Court. So one man, one medical practitioner, he killed his servant in the operation very mercilessly. The servant was implicated with his wife. To revenge, he called the servant in the operation room. The servant did not know that he was to be killed, and immediately he was captured, chloroformed, and mercilessly killed with knife. And then, packed up in a box, he was taking the corpse in a different place to throw away. In the meantime, a police officer was passing. He saw the drops of blood is coming out of the box. He immediately arrested. So this case was, then the doctor was condemned to death. So Mr. Alston was appointed his lawyer. So he was solacing, don't worry, I shall get you released by appeal. So our so-called scientists, they also say like that, in future we shall do this, in future. Now you go to hell, that's all. But in future they cannot do anything. Daividhisha gunamayi mama maya durata. Nature's law is so strong. These so-called childish scientists, they cannot give you any relief. That is not possible. That is not possible. It is simply false promise. And those who are fools and rascals, they believe that in future, what they have done in the past, they cannot do anything. Therefore, it is said, there are three kinds of miserable conditions. Daiva, Bhuta, Atma. Daiva means Adhidaivik, and Bhuta means Adhibhautik, and Atma means Adhyatmik. Three kinds of miseries. Adhyatmik, pertaining to your body and mind. Body, we have got experience, so many bodily troubles, anxieties. If not body, mental, these are called adhyatmik. Then, adhibhauti. I am peaceful, give me some trouble. I am peacefully sitting here, but these flies are giving me trouble, unnecessarily. I have to take precaution. So there are flies, mosquitoes, at night so many other animals they come. Besides that, my brother, my friend, they are also prepared to give me trouble. Somewhere or other living entities causing some painful condition. This is called adhyatmik, adhibhautik. And adhidaivik. Daivik, painful condition created by the demigods. Just like there is hurricane all of a sudden. So many trees falls down, sometimes cottages devastated, overflood, excessive rain, overflood, famine, pestilence. You have no control. You cannot control. You can simply say in future, that's all. But there is no control. So we are always in this painful condition, that is material life. But those who have got eyes, sense, they can see. Just like Sanatana Goswami, he could see. He was Prime Minister, well situated materially, learned scholar, very intelligent. Otherwise, how they could become Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's personal associates, very qualified. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when Sanatana Goswami consulted Jagadananda that I want to do this, what is your advice? Sanatana Goswami became infected with itches all over the body. And it was what is called bleeding itches. Itches are two kinds, dry and sometimes oozing water. What is called?
Pus.
Not pus. Weeping, yes. The technical name is weeping, dry and weeping. So it was weeping itches. And whenever he would go to see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, immediately Chaitanya Mahaprabhu embraced him. And the weeping secretion will touch the body of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So he thought that I am suffering from this disease, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu embracing me, I shall kill myself, I shall commit suicide. So he consulted, not for suicide, but leaving the place. So when he was advised, yes, you can leave the place, so Chaitanya Mahaprabhu he heard this news that Jagadananda has advised Sanatana Goswami to leave the place. He became very angry. That you have the audacity to advise Sanatana Goswami, nonsense. He was so respectful to Sanatana Goswami. The same Sanatana Goswami approached to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, asking him the question, what I am, why I am put into this threefold miserable condition of life. So this is our position. We may be very great man in the estimation of our friends and countrymen, but everyone is subjected to the miserable condition of life. They cannot make any solution. That is not possible. They have made a solution, big learned scholars, just that Mr. Kotovsky said, Swamiji, after death there is no life. Everything is finished. Unless they think like that, their life becomes more horrible, full of anxieties. If they think of that there is another life, and there is punishment and reward according to our karma, then their life is very horrible. So, just like the animals, poor animals, sometimes facing enemy, close the eyes as if there is no enemy. So they do like that. Close the eyes. Children, when there is danger, they close the eyes. They have no other means to escape. So these people, they close the eyes. There is no life after death. Otherwise, they cannot accommodate. But there is life after death. Tatha dehantaram prapti. Tatha dehantaram prapti. There is life after death, simply change of body. Now there are so many bodies, 8,400,000 of bodies. I can become next life a fly, according to my karma. Or I can become next life Brahma, that is also according to karma. But there are varieties of life. So the so-called scientists, they do not know what is life after death, how it happens, how it is going on. This is a great science. That you can understand from the Vedic literature, not from your so-called scientific research. That is not possible. So, how these people during the time of Maharaj Yudhishthira were free from all kinds of anxieties and diseases. Nadhayo, badhayo, klesha. If you are in anxiety, then that will create a disease. This psychological condition, physiological condition is working in so subtle way. Little shocking, little disturbance we get. Another disturbance. The Ayurvedic medicine, they treat patient on this principle. How things are disturbed, they have got their calculation. Kapha, Pitta, Vayu, Tridhatu. This body is a composition of these three dhatu. Jashyatma buddhi kunope tridhatu ke. Kunope, this is a bag created by the interaction of the three elements, namely kapha, pitta, vayu. Bile, mucus and air. This is Kaviraj treatment. They can understand the position of these three elements by feeling the pulse. This is Ayurvedic science. If one Kaviraj can learn to feel the pulse, he can say everything. He can say when this man will die, today or tomorrow, or accurately will say. The pulse beating is so scientifically described in Ayurvedic science. As soon as he fixes up the pulse beating, immediately the formulas are there. Such kind of pulse beating will create such and such symptoms. So, you feel the pulse and inquire the patient, are you feeling like this? If he says yes, then it is confirmed. The disease is confirmed. Then the medicine is there. Very simple thing. Now, in the allopathic treatment, first of all you have to sacrifice 1 chatak of blood immediately. As soon as you go to the medical man in your country, he'll take so much blood. First of all you have to give your blood, then fees, then you have to purchase nonsense medicine. So, here are also there are nonsense Kavirajas also. So, unless one is expert in feeling the pulse, he is not Kaviraj. That is the criterion.
It will take 2 years.
Just say.
The pulse feeling takes 2 years
Yes,
time.
2 years time. So, this is this body is made of 3 dhatu, and misadjustment of these 3 things, if the mucus is increase, the other 2 decrease, in this way disturbance is created, and that is the cause of disease. Adhayo, badhayo. So if people remain completely in hygienic principle, as they are prescribed in the Shastras, just like rise early in the morning, take bath, evacuate, and chant Hare Krishna mantra. If you follow the rules and regulations, then there will be no anxiety, no disease. People become crazy when he is full of anxieties or disease. If he is happy in every respect, then he does not become crazy. he does not become enemy. If everyone is satisfied, then where is the chance of becoming your enemy or my enemy? Everyone is satisfied. So, in Maharaj Yudhishthir's time, the government was responsible also to keep people peaceful without any anxiety. That is government. Without any anxiety. Now the government means full of anxieties. You do not know how to sleep peacefully at night. You have to keep watchmen. Just see enemies are coming or not. With torchlight. You see? This is our position. Full of anxieties. Even we cannot sleep at night peacefully. This is government. And here, if you compare the government, no anxiety. No anxiety. Just compare. So what is the use of this rascal government? The rascal government must be there because we are rascals. You cannot complain against the government because we select. It is the days of democracy. We elect our representative. So why you should blame the government? You have created the government. You have sent your representative, a rascal, another big rascal. You are a rascal and another big rascal you have voted. So how you can expect good government? You send only big rascals, that's all. So there cannot be. That is stated in the Srimad Bhagavatam. That in the Kali Yuga, all the people will be rascals, Sudras. Simply by manipulation, if one gets vote, he captures the governmental power. Sudra. He is a Sudra. He is not a Kshatriya. That's Maharaj Yudhishthira, trained up Kshatriya. He is a rascal, third-class man, fourth-class man. He gets the vote and we give vote. So how we can be happy? How we can be carefree or anxiety-free or disease-free? It is not possible. Therefore, if the people in general, they become Krishna conscious, they become trained up in Krishna consciousness, they understand the value of life, how to live, then they can send good representative, Krishna conscious man. Then the government will be nice. Without becoming harava bhaktasya kuto mahadguna, if people are not Krishna conscious, their so-called qualification has no value. Kuto mahadguna, there cannot be. There cannot be any good qualification of a person who is not Krishna conscious, who is not a devotee. This is our conclusion. We have got some test tubes. We can study man. He may become a very good scholar, very good politician, very big minister, but we test whether he has got any sense of Krishna consciousness. If he is not, immediately I understand that he is a rascal number one. That's all. We have got test tube. How much he is advanced in Krishna consciousness. If he is not, then he is grouped immediately in 4 groups. Duskitina means constantly committing sinful activities. Mudha, rascal. Naradham, lowest of the mankind. Mayapur, although educated with high degrees, his knowledge has been taken away. Asuri bhavamasita and demo. Navang duskitana mudha prapadante naradhama maya aparitagyana asuri bhavamasita. Immediately classify. Here is a rascal number 1, lowest of the mankind, or always engaged in sinful activities, or whatever education he has got, that is useless because his real knowledge, just like Professor Kotowski, such a big professor, he says there is no life after death. Is rascal number one. What is the meaning of this education? He does not know that the soul is eternal, and therefore Bhagavad Gita teaches first, Deyinasmin jatha dehi kaumarajo, na hannate hannamane sarire. First of all, understand this. Soul is eternal. You are eternal. You do not die after the annihilation. This is the first education. And these rascals, they say there is no life after death. So how much educated they are, you can understand. All rascals. And you may open big colleges and institutions providing some rascal professor, rascal student, and beg the whole life and sacrifice everything. It is useless. Samayeva hi kevalam. Simply wasting time. Dharmasyanusthita pumsam vishakshena kathasuja nutpadayet rating jadi samayeva hi kevalam. Samayeva hi kevalam. You can do your duties very nicely. Very good. Dharmasyanusthita. But if you do not develop your, I would say, attachment for Krishna, Vasudevi, Katharuchi, here Krishna Katha is going on. Topics on Krishna is going on. Let me hear it. Just like here, we are talking of Krishna. Nobody is coming. Nobody is coming. Only few selected. So Vasudevi Katharuchi, there is no taste for hearing Krishna Katha. So such kind of education, advancement of civilization, is sramayeva hi kevalam. Simply wasting time. And if you waste your time in such foolish activities, then there will be anxiety, there will be disease, there will be enemies, there will be disturbance, everything, one after another, one after another. Natural disturbance, disturbance by other living creatures, disturbance by your body. So this world will become hell. This is the position. So just compare the present governmental situation and the time. The king is supposed to be responsible for the citizens' peaceful life, no anxiety, no disease. Adhaya badhaya. That is king. Just like one Brahmin approached Lord Ramchandra, that in the presence of father the son has died, you are responsible. There must be something wrong in your kingdom. His son died, that it is natural that father lives, son lives, father dies. This is natural, death. What is this? The father is living and son is dying. So king was so much responsible. Even their death must be systematic. There should be no anxiety, there should be no disease, there should be no scarcity, no famine, no natural disturbance. This is God. This is government. Just try to understand the ideal government during Maharaj Yudhishthira's time. Not only Maharaj Yudhishthira, all the kings, Rajarsayo, Imagarajarsayo, Vidu, they are all great rishis, although they are Kshatriyas, Brahmana and Kshatriya. They used to guide the general people. The high caste means would guide the people nicely. The Brahmana, by their Vedic knowledge, perfect knowledge, Patan, Patana, Jajan, Jajan, Dana, Pratigraha, by high learning, they were not interested for capturing the government. No, they had no time. But there was consulting body. Even Yudhishthira Maharaj's time, there is consulting body. All the kings, the Brahmanas and the rishis, they would form a consulting body and give advice to the king. My dear king, do like this. And they will abide. Just like head. Head gives the instruction to the arms. Not the arm gives instruction to the head. Head, brain. Mukho bahu rupade bha. So Brahmana means this portion. Head, brain. And Kshatriya means this portion, arm. And Vaishya means this portion, belly. And Shudra means this, leg. So no part is unimportant. Every part is important for upkeep of the body. But comparative study, this part is more important. If my head is cut off, then all other parts may remain, it will not act. Similarly, at the present moment, there is no Brahman. All Sudras, simply legs. If you keep the legs of the body, what is the value of this body? There must be head. Everything must be there. Everything must be there. The head must be there, arms must be there, the abdomen must be there, the legs must be there. Then it is complete body. Similarly, this scientific division, Chatupannang Maya system, Gunakarma Vibhagasa, the division of the human society, according to quality, the Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, Krishna says, Maya system, this is my creation for upkeep of the social system. So, there is necessity of the Shudras and there is necessity of the Brahmana, there is necessity of the Kshatriya. Everyone is required to function in its particular position. Then the society will be nadhayo vadhayo klesha. No more anxiety and no more disease. Everyone is peaceful, cool-minded, cool brain, then chant Hare Krishna without any disturbance and go back to home, back to God. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna. So 1.10.6. Hare Krishna. I hope I'm audible. So Prabhupada was speaking about, it's a continuation of the verse which we have seen yesterday. So again the luxury or the opulence, the glorification of the Yudhishthira Maharaj's kingdom was given here also. Prabhupada very wonderfully explained about how the government currently is and how it was in the time of Yudhishthira Maharaj. Initially, Prabhupada gave an example of body to state the fact that the purpose of all living entities is to cooperate with the Supreme Lord, just like parts of the body cooperates with the body as a whole. And similarly, he also says that if a king abides by the rules of religion, then the natural elements become cooperative. So, in the last verse, we have seen that how the natural elements were cooperating because the king was following the religious principles. Then he gave example of Yudhishthira Maharaj's kingdom, and he says that there are no three types of miseries existing in the Yudhishthira Maharaj kingdom. So the question is, what are those three types of miseries which were not existing in the kingdom of Yudhishthira Maharaj? Okay, somebody else, or devotees might be knowing. Yes, Ashish Prabhu. Ashish Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. So, Prabhupada was saying that there are three types of miseries, Adhyatmic, Adhibhautik and Adhidevik.
Okay.
So, Adhyatmic is the miseries created by own self, and Adhibhautik is created by some other person,
The living entities.
living entities, and then Adhidevik is created by the Devatas.
Demigods, yes. Haribol, Jai. So, Daiva Bhutatma Hetavaha. Daiva are demigods. They create such a miseries that even scientists can't do anything. Then Prabhupada says that what are those rascal scientists? They are like, the play is like a child play in front of the big demigods. And then he gave example of some flies and mosquitoes. And they create disturbance. And Adhyatmic is by own body, mind or relatives. So these are the three things were not existing in the kingdom of Maharaj Yudhishthira. Then Prabhupada was saying that why scientists are not able to detect that there is some controller behind this thing, because one needs some good sense to realize there are miseries. So what example Prabhupada stated in this context, to state a fact that one needs some sense to realize these miseries. So what example Prabhupada gave in this context? Yes, Shizantan bro.
Prabhupada primarily gave example of one lawyer, Atkinson or what his name was, that he was trying to save a man who was on the verge of death. He was sentenced. And he was saying, don't worry, I'll save you. And he was about to be hanged. And then Prabhupada gave that history of that person, how one servant was.
And that was in the sense that the scientists can't do anything for the miseries. The question is that Prabhupada was saying that to realize all these miseries, one needs some good sense. So in that context, Prabhupada stated one example. Does anybody remembers? Very famous example. Pradyumna Priya Prabhu? Huh? Somebody from online would like to give a try? I'll give a hint. It is from Chet. Yes, Ravindra.
Is it there is life after death?
Yeah, that is all right, Prabhu. But what is the example Prabhupada stated? He elaborately explained that example in the next episode or while building up the subject matter. It is from Chaitanya Charitamrita. The hint is. My bro, पढ़ लिया तो बताओ. The hint is, it is from Chaitanya Charitamrita. Yes. Our Neeraj Prabhu. Chaitanya Charitamrita is a very famous example. हाँ बताओ अमन अमन बताओ बताओ.
The example was when Sanatan Goswami was having an itch. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came and hugged. So Jagannath Swami, Jagannath say that he's.
इतना क्यों शर्माते हैं? अरे यूट्यूब पे लाइव जा रहा है, ऐसे करोगे तो कैसे होगा? ठीक है, तो एग्जाम्पल was of Sanatan Goswami. Sanatan Goswami, he was the prime minister. He was having all the material facilities which one can aspire for. But still he was asking that what I am, what I have been put into this situation. So one needs a brain, because in the contrary, Prabhupada was giving the example of the Kotoski. Kotoski, although holding a big post of being a professor of big university, but still he was not able to fathom that there is a next life after this life. So that is the condition with the materialistic people. Okay, then Prabhupada was saying that these mental agonies or mental anxieties, they affects the body. Now just a little off topic, the question that what difference Prabhupada have stated between allopathy and Ayurveda. So does anybody would like to give a try from online audience? Yes, yes. Karthik Prabhu, yes. Karthik Prabhu, go ahead. Can you check your mic?
Yes, it's audible?
Yes, Prabhu. Your hand was
Yeah.
raised for
Yes.
yes.
Now it's audible, right, bro?
Yeah, it's perfect.
Yeah. So for Ayurveda, Prabhupada was saying that they diagnose based on the imbalance of the three things: bile, the kapha, vata, and pitta, bile, mucus, and the other thing.
Okay.
But
And what about allopathy?
allopathy, they don't do that. They immediately give some kinds of medicines. I
No,
don't
they
I don't
first
remember the exact
they first
wording.
take blood.
Correct. They immediately take
Yes.
the some amount of blood. We have to give
One
blood.
chatak of blood. One chatak of blood, then they give some costly medicines and then they diagnose. So that's it. Haribol, Jai. So then Prabhupada was saying that if the king or the government is not good, then people generally becomes enemy. So what is the cycle? How does one becomes enemy? Does anybody noted this fact? Question is how a person becomes enemy. There's some set of yes, Vishwambar.
So Prabhupada was quoting Parikshit Maharaj's rule that everyone was satisfied, everyone was happy. And if one is not happy or not satisfied, then one becomes an enemy.
He is not but how people were satisfied? Why they were satisfied? It was just because Parikshit Maharaj was ruling?
Because Prabhupada quoted that the king's duty was to make sure that everyone is Krishna conscious.
So basically they were following the government rules, or universal government rules. They were abide by the religious codes of conduct. That's why they were able to rule it, and the mind of the people, because the king is following the dharma, the Praja was also following dharma. And that way, because they were following dharma, the mind was stable and nobody was looking here and there for some resources. And that's how their mind was stable. Haribol, Jai. Then Prabhupada was saying then he was speaking about the government, that how the government of Yudhishthir Maharaj was so nice that people were carefree. They would they would sleep peacefully in the night. They didn't had any anxiety. But on the other hand, the current government we elect the people and the government is there, but still we are not able to sleep peacefully. We have to keep a watch guard or watchman to overlook the situation, especially in the night. So then Prabhupada was speaking about how to see a person or a leader if he is a rascal or not. So then there is one shloka from Srimad Bhagavatam. So from this, how we will come to know that if a person is a rascal or not? Yes, Neeraj Prabhu.
Yes. So Srila Prabhupada quoted 5.8.12 that Hara abhyakta kuto mahat guna. So if one mahat guna, so if one is not a devotee of Lord Krishna and if one is not Krishna consciousness, then there is no good qualification in them. And if one is that having Krishna consciousness, then all the good qualities will come in that person. So that is how we will validate a person.
Yes. Haribol, Jai Jai. So, Prabhupada gave a very wonderful idea regarding how to elect a person. Because we are sending some rascal as a government representative, some Shudra, and that's why we are also in trouble. That is the foremost reason. We are not electing a proper person. That is what Prabhupada was saying regarding the... Then Prabhupada said that he came to Kotoski, that these people, even though then Prabhupada came to education system, that education system, they are trying some things which are totally against the principles of religion, and they are creating big universities, colleges, and professors are sitting there. So, but they don't even know basics of the human anatomy or human existence, and still they are holding big positions. But Bhagavad Gita on the other hand is a very wonderful scriptures, in which at first initial chapters only it is clearing the misconception. So what is the first and foremost teachings of the Bhagavad Gita, which is mentioned by Prabhupada in this context? Yes. Somebody from online would like to give a try? It's a very basic and simple question. Somebody online? Nobody. Yes, Anandardhan.
So Prabhupada mentioned one Bhagavad Gita slok, na hanyate hanyamane sirita. The soul is eternal. His soul is never be die. So after change the body, you will get another body.
So next slide. Haribol, Jai. So this is the foremost, that I'm not body, I'm spirit soul. That is the first basic teaching of Bhagavad Gita. Then Prabhupada was saying that it is a shrama evahi kevalam, because first of all it is not in line with the Shastras, whatever education system. And then we are doing just a useless labor, just to get a degree, earn the degree and get a job. So that way, if you are not able to evoke the attraction for the message of Bhagavatam, or not evoking the love of God, then basically it is a shrama evahi kevalam. Then Prabhupada in the last stated that the king was responsible for everything. he gave one case study from the ancient scripture. So, how king was responsible for everything? What Prabhupada said in this, on these lines. The king was responsible for everything. Yes, Siddhartha.
Prabhupada gave reference from Ramayana. One person coming to the assembly of Lord Ram and asking, "My son has died before me. How is it possible? Something going wrong in your kingdom." So this is how it used to be. These are general laws that in front of a father, his son should not die. So as per this scene, we can understand that nowadays things are happening in Kali Yuga because people are not following scriptures and religious code of conduct, dharma.
Hari Bol, Jai. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedant Swami Prabhupada ki Jai. Thank you so much, devotees, for joining today's class. Hare Krishna.